What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got a bit of a purple-yellow party going on. We've got some purple and yellow Digimon to talk about. Translation from the lovely folks over at Ensan Gaming, that's fairly important. We've got a table to talk about as well, but let's start off with Maikumon. What we've got here is a 5 cost to play normally, 3 cost to Digivolve, 4,000 power level 4, which is fine, slightly expensive to play normally, but that's alright. It is interesting to note, of course, that it is a dual type purple and yellow, and a proper one. So it is a purple Digimon, and it can evolve from purple, and it is a yellow Digimon, and it can digivolve from yellow. This is very much a proper dual color Digimon. And it's got a security skill, the classic security skill, whereby at the end of the battle, you may pay this card without paying its memory cost, which is lovely. Is it game-breakingly amazing? No, obviously. Is it a really cool little skill that's going to help you out? Oh my goodness, yes. And it is a bit expensive to play normally, nobody's arguing that it's not, but I do very much appreciate the fact that it's not that expensive to Digivolve. No, I'm lying to you. 2 cost is the average for level 4, so it is actually a bit expensive to Digivolve. Okay, fine, it's a bit expensive to play and it's a bit expensive to Digivolve, but it's got security there, so you can play it without paying for it, and if you get that rolling, no one's going to care that it's a slightly more expensive Digimon. And you've got a really nice inheritable skill here as well. On deletion, if this Digimon had 2 or more colours, gain 2 memory. Basically, if you Digivolve this into a level 5 or 6 that is monocolor, you lose this skill. But if you're playing a proper dual color deck, if you're playing the other Digimon we're going to be talking about in just a moment, this is going to give you 2 memory on deletion. I cannot be the only one that thinks that's really good. And quite frankly, gaining 2 memory is not something we see all that often. We see it, sure. But in terms of level 3 and 4 Digimon, nah, not many. We do have that awesome Pulsemon from BT9. When attacking, if you have 3 security cards, you gain 2 memory, which is nice, although super specific. And then, we got the Leomon from BT1 that gains 2 memory on deletion, and that is on that, not as an inheritable skill. But then again, you're basically playing it to sacrifice it to gain memory, and I don't know. I prefer this, ladies and gentlemen. I prefer this. Maybe it's me. So this seems like a cool card, but that's a level 4. We've got a level 5 coming in here as well. And it seems kind of rude if we don't have a little bit of a chat about it, right? What we've got here is Raguelmon Vicious Mode. I know. Sounds pretty vicious. 6 cost to play normally, 4 cost to Digivolve, 6,000 power. Once again, that 4 cost to Digivolve on a level 5 is not ideal. It's weird. We expect 737. Now we got 646, which is weird. It's a weird cost. So I don't know. Try not to evolve it if you can help it. But then again, a lot of the time you're going to gain bonuses by doing so. And when you play or evolve, yeah, that's right. Either is fine. Playing, digivolving, either way you're good. Trash a card from your hand. If the trash card is purple, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. If the trash card is yellow, one of your opponent's Digimon loses 3,000 power for the turn. Bearing in mind that could either be deleting a Digimon, or it doesn't even have to be deleting a Digimon. It could be lowering power so that then when you attack, you can go in and take out other stuff indeed. That's cool. Sounds good to me, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds good to me. Yes, the obvious question needs to be asked. What if you trash a dual type yellow and purple card from your hand? And the fairly obvious answer is yes, you get them both. You get both the skills there. It means you get to delete a level 3 Digimon and lower one of your opponent's Digimon by 3,000 power until the end of the turn. This is very good, ladies and gentlemen. This is very good indeed. It's a really cool skill. And remember, it's when you play or when you Digivolve. And this is a dual type yellow and purple Digimon, which means you could well be playing a bunch of purple stuff. And purple stuff loves playing from the trash. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, there is an awful lot to get extremely excited about here. This is, well, to put it bluntly, very, very cool indeed. Oh yeah, and it's got an inheritable skill on deletion. If this Digimon had 2 or more colours, gain 2 memory. Yes, That is exactly the same skill as we see on Maikumon here. And yes, if you go from this into a level 6 that is dual colour, maybe purple and yellow, we'll get to one of those in a second, and then you get deleted, you've got both of these in the Digivolution sources, you will gain 4 memory. You will instantly, straight away, no issues, gain 4 memory. How cool is that, ladies and gentlemen? How cool is that? The answer is, of course, extremely cool. So this is all starting to shape up rather nicely indeed, but I have promised you a level 6 as well. What do we got? We've got Raguelmon. And that's probably a bad pronunciation, but I'm rolling with it. And what we got here is another dual-type yellow-purple Digimon, like all of these. 12 cost to play normally, 4 cost to Digivolve, 12,000 power. So it's very much along the same lines as... It's a slightly bigger level 6. You know, we generally see 11-3-11 or 12-4-12. This is fine. And when you play, and this is play, not Digivolve, which is kind of super awkward, of course, because we've already seen that you kind of want to Digivolve all the way up here. You choose a purple or yellow Digimon with 6,000 power or lower from your trash and play it without paying its play cost. If you have one or fewer cards in your security, you may play a level 6 or less Angel type or Fallen Angel type Digimon from your trash without paying for its memory cost instead. And I have done a little bit of Googling, and according to Digimon.fandom.com, Raguelmon is a Fallen Angel Digimon, and it is a level 6. So basically, when you play it, and you've got exactly one card left in your security, you can play one of these for free. Now, it's not going to work very often, I admit, but you can chain this. You can totally chain this. So you can play this, and it's a 12 cost. It's very expensive, I admit. But then if you've got 1 or 0 cards in your security, you can play a second one, which will then activate the play skill, because it doesn't say play skills don't activate. And if it doesn't say play skills don't activate, then play skills do activate. So you play another and so on and so forth. I'm fairly sure that's the way it works. We will have to see if it is counted as that kind of Digimon. I'm fairly sure that it is. So that seems pretty gosh darn cool. Then at the end of your turn, you may Jogress this Digimon and another Digimon you have in play into a Digimon card in your hand. So not only can you kind of play it and play extra cheeky Digimon, but then you can also Jogress evolve into a Digimon in your hand if you so wish. We've seen this as a skill on a bunch of Digimon in the past. That's a nice handy bonus. For me here, it's the play skill that gets me very, very excited about this. Being able to get multiples of these in play potentially does seem like an absolute winner. And it does need to be borne in mind that I did show you that Ordinmon the other day that can Jogress evolve from a level 6 purple and yellow. Maybe this could be one of the things that helps you out so much, being able to get those level 6s into play more easily. And if you can get them into play more easily, yeah, that could be good, ladies and gentlemen. That could be very good indeed. For anyone that's wondering, in terms of angels, there are a bunch of angel-type Digimon that do tend to be yellow and purple. There are a whole bunch of them that are level 6 or lower, because remember, that's what you can play if you've got 1 or fewer cards in your security stack. And that would include Digimon we've seen like Seraphimon and Mastermon and things of that nature. So yeah, you've got a few options here. This is honestly very, very nice, I think is fair to say. This seems just cool, honestly. This seems like a very good Digimon. It is weirding me out that we got a really good play skill, but then we got some pre-evolutions that really want to Digivolve up. But hey-ho, can't win them all, ladies and gentlemen. Can't win them all. Also, do bear in mind, of course, at the end of your turn, you may Jogress this Digimon and another Digimon in play into a Digimon card in your hand. Like, for instance, the Ordinmon with Jogress Evolution. As an example, it basically gives you an easier route up into there. This is clearly going to combo with that very nicely indeed. Now, we do have a tamer here as well that we can have a little bit of a gander at, because, I don't know, it's a purple tamer and we might as well. We've got Mochizuki Maiko, and we've got a free cost to play tamer. When you play, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you add a purple or yellow Digimon to your hand. seems like it's good in these kind of decks. On both players' turns, when a purple and yellow dual-colour Digimon is put into play, you can rest this to gain a memory. Yes, that's going to be helping with all these dual-colour we've been looking at. And obviously, it's got an inheritable skill as a security card. You can play it for free. I'm not absolutely in love with this one. I like that you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and find a Digimon. I like that you're gaining memory. I do also like, you've got, for instance, your Maikumon that's a security Digimon, which means that when you play it on your opponent's turn, you're still going to gain the memory, which is rather nice. I don't think it's a stunning tamer, but in the kind of decks we've been talking about today, it could kind of help. So we got some nice yellow and purple pre-evolutions, and then we got a level 6, which seems like it might be helping rather nicely with that Ordinmon we looked at the other day. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's over to you guys. I want to know what you think about this. I want to know how good you think this could be. I want to know, quite frankly, anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.